what's going on everyone? Today I'm just going to do a review on the Seiko SKX009, also known as the Pepsi Diver's Watch. So you may have seen my previous videos, which were the first impressions and the unboxing video. That was about 2 months ago, so I've given myself plenty of time to use this watch on a daily basis, and I thought it would be a good time to finally give it a review. So I'll dive straight in with the specifications of the watch. So for the glass, you have the Hardex crystal, which is kind of the tier below crystal sapphire, and the actual Hardex glass has been doing a great job. I've been wearing this watch pretty much every day so far, and that's all day as well. Out and about, not really in protected environments, so the actual glass has been doing a great job so far. I don't have any scratches or blemishes on the glass, and the case itself is polished stainless steel, and the finishes are really nice, but I'll move on to that one later on in the review. And the case diameter is 42 millimeters, but in my opinion the watch actually wears quite a lot smaller on the wrist, and I think that's because of the slightly recessed bezel as well. And the case thickness is 13 millimeters, and as you can tell I have this on a leather NATO strap, which adds about another 2 mil in thickness to the overall thickness of the watch. And I'll put links down below on where I got the watch itself and also the NATO strap, because I was getting a lot of questions in previous videos about those. And you can actually pick this watch up for a pretty good price at the moment. So yeah, like I said, I'll put those links down below. So moving on to some of the features of the watch that I really enjoyed, and some of the features I wasn't really expecting as well. So the first is the loom, and Seiko is known for really good loom. Before I purchased this watch, I was reading quite a lot about it and just looking up at videos, but you don't really kind of understand how bright it actually is once you get the watch. So especially if you're wearing this out during the day, especially if it's sunny and you come home or you're driving home at night time and you look down at your wrist, it actually really pops. It's quite surprising how bright it actually does become. And from other reviews I've seen, they actually say that Seiko loom is on par with some of the higher end luxury watches. So that's kind of a nice added feature of the watch. And I guess that's put down to the actual functionality of the watch as well, because this is a legitimate diver's watch. So even though it does have really good form and aesthetics, it does have to provide that functionality as well. And this is a fully automatic watch, and this is the first one I have owned, and so far I have to say it's really fantastic. I think this is a really good gateway. I was about to say drug. It's a really good gateway watch into kind of horology and automatic and mechanical timepieces as well. And as far as timekeeping goes, it's been doing a great job. I think I didn't wear it for about 4 days over the last 2 months. So as you would expect, the time reservoir did run out. But it's really easy to readjust, and then you're good to go pretty much. But yeah, the timekeeping itself is it's really accurate. It is a Japanese movement, so you will get some really good quality out of that. And just moving on to the actual design and the aesthetics of this watch, I saw this really great line about I think it was a really iconic car, and it said, "Icons never age," and I think that really does apply to this watch as well. It really does have such an iconic look about it, and just the overall aesthetics are just really pleasing. I wouldn't say they're minimalist, but I think kind of the components of the design have been really thought out well. It's not too distracting, but at the same time it is kind of making a really bold statement as well. And another functionality of the watch, which I was kind of expecting not to be as important as it actually is the day-date function. So that kind of goes back to the Seiko 5, where it provides 5 features. So having that day date function is actually really helpful. I work in design, so it's good to just sit at the office and look down at your watch and kind of just remember what day it is, because you sometimes just lose track of that kind of stuff. And going back to the diver kind of aspect of this watch, it actually is 200 meters water resistant. So a lot of divers, from what I've heard, will actually use this Seiko watch um, kind of in replacement of their actual more expensive divers watches, because it actually does provide that really functional use as well. So before I wrap it up, I'll quickly just talk about the stainless steel bracelet that the watch comes with. So I opted for the stainless steel bracelet. The other option is the rubber diver's strap. So I think the price difference between those two is around $5 to $10. So initially, before I purchased the watch, I always had the notion that I was going to put a leather NATO strap on it. But I still did choose the stainless steel bracelet as a backup if I wanted to kind of add a formal aspect to it, if I wanted to head out with the watch as well. So pretty much summing it up, I'm really, really happy with this watch. And I think it's a really good testament to the Seiko name. The finishes are outstanding on this watch. No corners have been cut whatsoever, from what I can tell. And I think just overall, the bang to buck ratio for the quality is just outstanding. And I'm definitely going to buy more Seikos in the future because I think they're extremely underrated. So I'm going to sum up the review there, and yeah, like I said, I'll put links down below if you were looking to buy one of these watches. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.